I mean, even though the guy has pretty good weapons, in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers has a little bit more upgrades in the weapon department. Drew Brees, he broke Dan Marino's passing record, but that's not why I'm picking Drew Brees. Drew Brees, I think, has more experience in the league as a starting quarterback, and that is what gets my vote right here.
But then again, Drew Brees had that bad game versus the Rams.
True, but then Aaron Rodgers had that bad game against the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's a wash.
Okay.
So it's a coin flip. If Aaron Rodgers were voted as the best player, I wouldn't be upset.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one,
Biggest disappointment. Payne May didn't play. I mean,
why didn't he play? I was going to draft him in the first round.
broken neck.
What?
Broken neck. Well, yeah, but neck problems.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He's got that neck fusion.
Mm-hmm.
That
He can't play without it.
And if he gets hit hard, he might get paralyzed. Anyway.
The Colts are expected to sign Andrew Luck for first round pick next year, which I'm kind of like, why are you doing that? But if that happens, you might as well trade Payne May because you gotta get rid of him.
Yeah. Now, my pick for biggest disappointment of the year is Peyton Hillis of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, he was on my list too.
Someone may say that he could be a big disappointment only because he was drafted high in most fantasy football drafts. But I say also that he could be a big disappointment because here he has all this chance to be a very big star in the league because he was on the cover of Madden 12.
Madden Pierce.
And he just can't get it done.
No, he can't.
But hey, if you're there in round 3, Peyton Hillis, I'd like to draft you.
I wouldn't.
Alright?
Yeah.
How about top rookie?
Top rookie?
We might be unanimous on this one. Cam Newton.
Duh.
He had the best season as a rookie.
Not only the best season as a rookie, the most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in NFL history.
True.
Yeah, I think it was 14, I guess.
And Trevor, you were lucky to have him.
Yep, brave.
And one week before we could pull the trigger to get him, you pulled him.
Oh yeah,
Very
free
nice
agency.
Done. Yes. He was he didn't get drafted. He was picked up in week 5.
If only I could have got him, I could have got combo points of Steve Smith.
See, that's the kind of moments we all live for as fantasy owners.
Yeah.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Oh.
And I died by the sword. I didn't have Cam Newton. Because if we had Cam Newton, Phillip Rivers would be heading into the draft right now. How about the biggest disappointment? Or biggest surprise, actually, sorry. Biggest surprise.
Biggest surprise, I have 2. Victor Cruz, who's come out of nowhere. I remember him in the preseason of last year, and he was pretty impressive. And then when I saw his name this year, I was like, he's gonna be big. So, yeah, he was big. He was like a leading wide receiver for the New York Giants, and he was pretty good. 1,000 yards receiving, and he pretty much racked fantasy points, went to the 20s, and that's where you want wide receivers to be. And also I got Tebow.
Tim Tebow.
Of course.
He was on my list too.
You have to put him in the top surprises. Miracle Man.
Now, will he be the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos next year?
Yes.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. It's too close to call. But now we get to the top segment in our show. But before we go there, I would like to have a mock draft right now. This is something we did not do in our practice video. This is all new to Daniel. With the first pick, Eric Ballman takes running back Ryan Matthews.
There goes my running back.
Pick number 2, it's already the surprise of the draft. Joe needing so many things with so many holes to fill.
Quarterback?
No. He's a big Raven fan. He takes the Raven defense. Pick number 2. Off the board. Pick number 3. Trevor. Guess what? He surprises. You kind of messed me up because I didn't know you put Miles Austin on your keeper prediction, but that's what I have at number 3. So either way, Trevor gets Miles Austin. Alright, moving on. Whoever takes pass to lose team, number 4, gets AJ Green. Cincinnati.
Oh,
Book
please.
it. Book it. Number 5, Marcos with a veteran, Reggie Wayne. He had him before. He knows what he can get out of him. With Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck coming back, he's going to be his old usual self. Number 6, my buddy DQ. He takes running back DeMarco Murray out of Dallas. Yeah.
First off, I have 3 running backs. I don't need another extra one.
Yeah, but
Only for backup.
Yeah, but running backs are like gold. You have to stock them when you can.
Yeah, but I don't need backup running back. I don't need backup running back until I have all my roster filled out.
Okay. What about this? We'll make a little correction. He takes whoever he doesn't keep, Steve Smith or Victor Cruz, he takes them at this spot.
Perfect.
Number 7, the Parkville Ravens take Darren Sproles. Take him off the board. We know what we're getting.
Nice.
Number 8, Ben. He takes Payne Hillis. He can't see Payne Hillis going to round 2. He takes him up. He picks him up.
What?
That was the mock draft. And here's
That's messed up.
And we not mean to make Daniel laugh like this, but we have to get into our last segment of the show called What We as Raven Nation / Fantasy Nation are burning on. 5th topic, my small burn, it's Michael Vick.
My fantasy quarterback. It's my fantasy quarterback.
Are you being biased now?
No. Well, I'm just supporting my quarterback. Jeez. But
Now, before all the haters start sending me hate mail right now,
haters hate.
I would like to say that he's on my small burn only because I think he can't stay on the field and he can't be consistent. If you're not on the field, you can't score fantasy points. He's been an injury problem all year. He had the best season of a quarterback last year. Aaron Rodgers took that spot this year. What to make of Michael Vick, I don't know. He was drafted most drafts 3rd overall. Big disappointment. When you're drafted 3rd overall, you're supposed to be the cornerstone of your franchise. You can't be the cornerstone of your franchise if you're injured.
Well, if you're a mobile quarterback, injuries are, you're more vulnerable to get injured. So, if you're a mobile quarterback, you're going to get hit. You're a quarterback, you're still going to get hit. So you never know when injuries will happen. So,
Okay.
he's pretty good. Even with injuries, he was kind of great. He lagged a little bit.
Oh, I still like Michael. I still like Michael Vick. That's why he's on my small burn. My 4th burn is Joe Flacco. Man, when will you get it to your head? You're not a fantasy quarterback.
Not a fantasy quarterback, but still a good quarterback.
Yes, but on fantasy rosters,
Yeah.
you won't be able to make the 2nd string quarterback in OP leagues, and you might not be able to make a 3rd string quarterback. I don't see how you're drafted out of the
I don't
the
see
5th
how
round.
you can use Joe Flacco under Cam Cameron's offense. Oh!
If Cam Cameron was like
There you
maybe
go.
Joe Flacco has some fantasy value, but until then, we might see flying pigs. Number 3. Big burn right here. We're getting into my big burns. Our big burns. Daniel, what's our 3rd burn?
Atlanta Falcons.
Now, why is Atlanta Falcons on my 3rd burn? Because you guys were picked by so many to be the dark horse in this year's NFC playoffs.
Year.
Like last year. Last year was pretty much a big disappointment year because you had the top seed, you had a bye.
And you lost to the team
That
big
was
time that you
eventually
won.
champions.
And you actually won 20-17 in the regular season.
And I think they said that Matt Ryan's 27-2 in the Georgia Dome. Guess what? You're 0-1 in the Georgia Dome in the playoffs.
0-2.
0-2. It's even
No,
worse.
0-2. 0-1.
0-1. Now it's getting better. Now it's getting worse. But I bet Mike Holmgren's loving that draft day trade that he made with the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, let's just get Julio Jones and just get all these picks.
The
Be
Falcons-
like Mike Ditka and the Saints.
Oh man, why do you gotta
Rip.
go running over Mike Ditka with this imaginary car? He's still not
Ricky
living down that
Williams.
Ricky Williams trail. Hey, Texas Longhorns, but Texas Longhorns, but you weren't that good as a marquee running back. Love you to death as a backup running back in the Baltimore Ravens. Oh yeah, Raven pride once again.
Yeah.
Payne Hillis, we already talked about him. Not going to be the dead horse. Gotta save enough time for the top burn of the day, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
How can a team that's the favorite in the AFC to win the Super Bowl lose to the Denver Broncos? You guys were so busy.
The miracle team.
Yeah, you guys were so busy worrying about packing your bags to New England. Well, guess what? You can still pack your bags to New England, but it's not going to be for the chance to go to the AFC Championship. You can go to the AFC Championship, but you're going to have to buy some tickets.
Yeah.
And who would sell you those tickets?
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow, maybe. But first you'd have to go Tebowing. But I also heard that someone in Pittsburgh has already gone ahead and done some Tebowing. The mayor of Pittsburgh lost the bet to the mayor of Denver and had the Tebow in Pittsburgh in public.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that's disgraceful, man.
That's really bad.
The mayor in Pittsburgh probably thought he had that bet sewn up when he said the Steelers were going to beat the Broncos.
Is this true?
Yeah, this is true.
Wow.
That he lost the bet. He had to go Tebowing in a Tebow jersey.
Yo, that is bad.
And they had paparazzi on that thing and everything, reporters.
Oh man,
It was all over Sports Center. I mean,
da. Sports Center.
Now I do think you guys will win the AFC North Division title next year, only because the Ravens have a very jacked up schedule. They got to play NFC East. They got to play the Patriots at home. They got to play the Chargers at home. They got to play the Steelers twice. They're not going to sweep the Steelers again. They're going to play the jacked up Bengals twice. And who knows about the Browns? You know, what can Brown do for you? They can't do much. I don't know about them. I'm not even worried about the Cleveland Browns. But I do know that I had fun on the Raven Nation.
Yeah.
I had fun on the Fantasy Nation.
The Fantasynation. Yeah.
Thank you for letting me come on.
Yeah. You're welcome.
And this is DQ.
The owner of the Fantasy Post.